we've actually put a lot of time and effort into setting this up really quickly. Had the casters come in, GG Chronicle contact if they want to do it. We've been throwing all this stuff together. It's our first time event. Again, after this, we're definitely going to post a Reddit thread. I'll post it on our Facebook for everybody to go to. Give us, tips, stuff you would like to see changed in it. As a viewer, as a watcher, give us, feedback as casting. We always love to hear that stuff. We're always evolving. We want to put out a good product for you, for the community. So definitely, after this is all over, I'll post a link on our Facebook, and you guys can go to that. Give us some feedback for the tournament. And looks like we're going to start in here. But if you saw our room and some of the shenanigans that were going in here behind the scenes, I almost wish I would have had a video camera, because one of my keyboards is like bridged between two tables. Like we have cables everywhere. Just running home from work, trying to set all this stuff up. So wow, Shen makes it through. So look out, Evil Cookies has picked himself up a Shen. I wonder if Tsatsulow has a strategy to deal with this, and so they said, yeah, that's okay. You can have Shen. We'll let him slip through. We want you to take Shen. I don't know what crazy person would want to do that, but we're going to find out.
Yeah, interesting bans. They banned Galio and they banned Vladimir, which were 2 picks. So maybe they might have tuned into the end of game 1, and they were like, hey guys, this is what they just played. Let's ban it. I might have done the same thing. I kind of douchey like that.
No, I mean, I think it's a good strategy. I mean, if you see a team and they're like, hey, they obviously want to run AoE comp, ban out the typical AoE comp type of characters, make them play a weaker version of that, something they're more uncomfortable with. And wow, I mean, Evil Cookies, I'm liking their team comp so far. They have Shen, they have Kog'Maw, they have 2 trump cards. Shen will definitely carry you through the early mid game and definitely into late game. And Kog'Maw, once you get to that late game, like we said earlier, didn't work out for Kabam, but once Kog'Maw really catches online, he could be a real terror. But Tsatsulow, they beat Hattress's team. Hattress was the other UW PCM member, so Evil Cookie is going to be out here trying to get some revenge for his fallen comrade. But definitely, Tsatsulow, they did something right in the previous game. I didn't actually get to ask how they won or what exactly happened, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they come out with here. I'm gonna see what these next 2 picks are. We have about 22 seconds waiting on here.
So we didn't talk about this in the first game, and it doesn't matter quite much here because they already locked in Ash. In the first game, Kabam first picked Kog'Maw, and that was a strategy pick. He knew he had first pick going into the round. He knew that Kog'Maw is Dexter 4's favorite champ. Absolute favorite champ. He said, guess what? We don't have to ban him. We're going to leave him open. We're just going to first pick him. That information is not privy to Team Tsatsulow. At least not. It will be after this match.
After Matt is whining at the last pick and is like, you gave him Kog'Maw.
Yeah, so the thing is, though, they should be privy to this information. Format's like, hey guys, my brother's favorite champion is Blam. Is Kog'Maw. We should ban it. You know what? They forego that information. And maybe they think they can deal with it.
Yeah, definitely. And a very interesting team actually coming out of Tsatsulow's. If you look here, they actually have everybody on the team has some sort of shackle, lockdown, stun. So they're very much CC heavy. And Ari pick coming in here is going to be versing Rise. Actually, is a pretty good matchup. Rise can actually deal with her pretty well. I feel like, at least in my experience with Rise. So should be an interesting matchup mid. I think GR Freak, actually I do know that he does like to play Ari, so this is definitely a pick, geared towards, him, what he likes to play mid, what he feels comfortable with. And Ari is really, really effective. She has a lot of mobility, can run around the map. And again, the trump card kind of for Evil Cookies, like in the background, is that their bot lane is probably going to be one of the best bot lanes left, because they're the only 2 players that play bot lane together, kind of religiously. Yeah. Versus, every other group, it's kind of like they drafted their team. They're like, ooh, you're a good AD, you're otherwise, and ooh. Udyr coming in, so fitting the CC theme. They have a lot of CC. If they layer this correctly, they have also a lot of bruisers. They layer it correctly.
I think Udyr,
they'll be really strong.
I think Udyr actually beats Shen top lane.
He definitely could. He's also looks like.
I don't think there's anything that really beats Shen top lane, because Shen is OP.
Shen beats himself.
Yeah.
Maybe Evil Cookie will
another maybe Shen versus Shen. But the thing is, Matt mains Udyr. Matt actually mains a lot of solid, strong top. I mean, that's what he plays. He plays solo top, so he plays a lot of those bruiser heavy champions. Although he plays a little bit of Vlad and his Mordekaiser, which I won't let him play top, but he'll still play occasionally. this is a good, I really like the picks from both of these teams. I can tell you what the trump card is for Evil Cookie. Anybody on that team taking cleanse is going to be the monster, the man, because there is a lot of CC. There's a lot of hard CC.
Yeah, I believe someone in the chat said 5. Yeah, I think Ashvale said 5 Merc Treads incoming, which could be correct actually. 5 Merc Treads would reduce a lot of that CC action, and definitely late game we're definitely going to see some Quicksilver sashes probably from Kog'Maw and crew, just because when you get into the late games, the thing you're going to die to is CC. It's not going to be, just that, oh, they caught you. It's probably going to be, you got caught with CC or something that actually locks you down. It's not going to be straight up damage, especially Kog'Maw, who can trade and kite the best of them, especially with Voidoos. So it looks like we're just coming down on the last minutes here. We're going to unblock, show you the summoner spells. There we go. Hit the 3 minutes. So there you go. You get to see the summoner spells. Jax will be jungling, which I believe I might have seen Tsatsulow jungle Jax. Actually, I think we saw him jungle when he actually scrimmed against Team Make It Rain. And he actually did a really, really good job as Jax actually rolled pretty hard in that game. So this is kind of a combo. This is definitely a comp. This is actually Tsatsulow comp. This is actually what his team likes to run. So he's definitely running, his outside of this game, he's definitely running a team that he's comfortable with, and I think that's going to help him because he's going to be able to manage the team better because, this is a comp he's used to. He plays with his outside of this, his normal competitive team. He plays this comp all the time. So this is definitely something, and he has some trustworthy people to play the characters. So I kind of actually really like this from him. He's really playing to his strength. On the same side, Matt Kopp and Evil Cookies, he's definitely going like, let's pick our OP champs. We have that trump card bottom lane. Let's roll with let's roll the R strength again. And Mike Norman played a pretty good Nocturne last game, and they're going to stick him to that. And I like both these teams. These are two teams that I think out of the teams that were drafted, these are two teams that definitely deserve to be here in the semifinals. And I can't quite say who I think is actually going to win this game because it's actually pretty even. I believe in both these captains and their team comps. I think Tsatsulow knows how to win this kind of comp, and I think Evil Cookies though has all the trump cards though that he might come out and just be like full house or royal flush and I win.
So we got like 90 seconds here, and by the way, not to take away from everything you just said because I agree with it. And actually, I don't have a favorite team in this match. Honestly, I
don't either.
I know almost all these players. I've met almost all these players. I've played with a lot of these players. I really like the way this thing is turning out. I'm shocked to see some of these teams here. The Shin being in the game leads me to favor one team over another, but you know what? I'm pretty confident
Shin possible.
Matt going Udi or top. But with the 60 seconds I got left, I have an idea for a giveaway.
You do have an idea for a giveaway?
Is it okay? Can I top this? Can I? It's a pretty good idea, I think.
If it's my idea that I want to use for the Logitech one, then I'll be really sad.
I don't think it's one for the Logitech. This is just for maybe $10 in riot points.
Let's wait for after this game. How about that?
Are we sure? I think it's important right now, though.
Is it really important right now?
All right. We'll wait.
Is it something you can wait till after, or like?
Yes, it can wait. It can actually wait for after because.
Okay.
All right.
Let's wait till after.
All right. Maybe I can type it out to you. You can approve or disapprove. All right. So immediately following this game, and maybe right before the start of the finals, I got a pretty good one.
Okay. Sounds good. We're running out on 7 seconds here. We're gonna hop right into this game. See some cool skins. Hopefully the screen doesn't jump into the bottom right like it tends to do. Scumbag League of Legends.
Yeah, if any of you guys are interested in streaming, maybe you want to go professional, or maybe you just want to stream it so that your friends can tune in and watch you play League of Legends. Most everybody uses XSplit. Which media you choose to go through, whether it's own TV or Twitch TV, that's entirely up to you. We roll with Twitch. It's a little more favorable for us, especially when we want to upload videos from Twitch to YouTube. So that's why we went with Twitch. I know some people have a preference over one or the other. We don't actually make any money off of advertisements, so you probably won't see many ads being ran on Twitch. That's another good thing. Once you log into Twitch, you see one ad and that's it. But we really enjoy just bringing this content. But yeah, if you start streaming, I like dual monitors, but sometimes it's finicky. And so yeah, and this time it actually was flawless. We didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about the game. Right off the bat, we see Purple team moving out in a clump. They're gonna roll right up middle. I don't know if we're gonna see invade, but if we did, my money. Ooh, yeah, my money is still on. Is definitely on the purple team for level 1. Here's why. They have CC in every shape, form imaginable. And if Jax takes AoE stun, who cares? He can still jungle with that.
Oh, Billy and Ash. Oh, Ash revealed herself then. They're going to be in full retreat. Will they get caught here? Flashes might come in. We might have a clutch taunt dash. And we're actually going to be... Mike Norman will be the first blood. And great move right there for Tsatsulow. He knew exactly what he wanted his team to do. And bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Quick kill, quick advantage right now for Team Tsatsulow. So they're going to go back and use that first blood gold and give themselves a healthy advantage. Moving on here, and they got that quick enough that they're actually going to get back before they have to worry about minions spawning and jungle camps getting pretty big.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is huge. A great job invading here. I was a little worried at first when I saw, is Shen going to take taunt first? Because, that AoE taunt can be really huge. It's like having Alistar on your team, right? With Pulverize. But they didn't have much to back it up with. Ahri didn't take Charm first. Honestly, if the best way to beat that is to take an early ward. If you really, really, really feel like the enemy team's going to come in on you, you can ward that area. You can ward your race, or you can ward that path coming from the river. I know you and I talk about this a bunch. Whenever we duo queue, I'm usually rocking the jungle and an early pick, and Pato's going to be last pick as a support. And he's like, "Hey Joe, I got a ward. Where do you want it?" Like, I'm more than happy to donate this ward, to your endeavors, whether or not you're going to get counter jungled and so forth. So yeah, just a little bit of support talk here. Supports are the unsung heroes of League of Legends.
Definitely. I've actually been favoring a little bit of the 4 ward 1 pot start. Although I've been doing a lot of invading lately, so I can do that and still buy a pot when we get a kill when we invade, because we're gangster like that. But I do actually prefer the 4 ward start, just because you can actually donate a ward, either to red jungle to prevent invade, or you can actually put it in the top in the tribe rush really quickly, and that'll actually help ward out a lot of level 2 ganks actually for your top solo. So that is something that I've tended to like to do recently. And here we go. Dante, Ludus down bottom versus Sanctified and Dexter. Dante had changed his name up here. He's actually a higher ranked player than we originally thought, because he changed his name, but he's doing pretty good. And here we go. Tsatsulow coming in here with his double buff. Going to come on to Shen. Will he be able to convert this into a kill? I do not know. It looks like Matt's charging up his double Tiger Strike to burst damage him down right now. And there we go. He's going to bear stance first, actually. Tiger comes in. Dash comes in. Taunt. And here we have the counter gank from Mike Norman, who has a double buff as well. Fear going to go down onto Tsatsulow, but they are getting way outbursted in damage. And the dive on by Matt, and that is going to be the kill. 2 kills up now for Tsatsulow. This team is looking pretty solid. Wolnega putting out a lot of burst damage, trading really heavily with Ahri in mid. Both pretty low on mana. And bottom lane, we see Dante and Ludus getting pushed pretty hard against their turret. Now, one thing, they're down a few early kills, but oh my gosh, Jared Freak might be in trouble again here. There's the Shackle. Stun going to come out, and that's going to be another kill for Team Tsatsulow, and he's doing a great job roaming around here. And again, I told you, he knows this comp very well, and it's definitely shining through right now, in my opinion. And he actually has full health. He's going to meet Sanctified down here in the jungle as well. Dexter trying to back off. Stun's coming in. Slow's coming in. This is great coordination by them. Exhaust's going to fall in. AoE stun coming in onto Dexter. Dexter trying to get out as much as he can. Will be able to get so close. And they will pick up another kill. Woo! Has been running the entire map like a Harlem Globetrotter up and down the battlefield. Summoner's Rift. And Tatsuo is up to a huge early advantage. 4-0. Wow. Wow. Amazing play.
So that was like 3 lanes, 3 ganks, in like 3 minutes.
Like, who are these guys? Is this a pro team? What is this?
Oh, this
I want to be on
like,
that guy's turn.
I'm going to start top, I'm going to gank top, then I'm going to gank mid, and I don't even need to jungle at this point. I'm just going to roll up in your lane and say, hi!
Yeah, Shako who? What is jungling? I don't know. I just go and kill people. That's what I do. I'm Tatsulo.
Say, man, this guy really wants to win. He's captain. He's playing Jack's jungle. I like it.
Yeah, Bam filler right here.
Well, solid start for the purple team. Up 2k gold in the first 5 minutes. Pretty good. Their Jax is getting pretty fed. he hasn't even gone back to base.
So a few good responses in Smart Ward I'm going to point out here. This ward right here, GR Freak, he died. He came back with a ward to protect himself, which I like a lot. He does need to do that against heavy. They just suffered a bunch of heavy ganks. They need to get their wards up, so I like that. What we also see down here from blue side, from Sanctified, actually is a pink buff in here, and the pink buff is pink ward here, and that was to remove brush control from Ludus and Dante, so they couldn't utilize it. And so that's actually a really smart move you can do as a support. You can start with a pink ward, try to gain control there. And Ludus as a support all alone needs to be very, very careful with the silence, but he should be able to escape out. I don't believe he is going to fall. Has that armor buff up. Yeah, he's easily able to walk out of this. Good job on his part.
Yeah,
give Dexter a lot more room to farm.
What Mike Norman really wants to do, he died twice right off the bat, early in the jungle and then early in top lane. He really just wants to sit in the jungle. He should just be farming. I wouldn't even show up in lane until I'm 6 at this point. I'm also going to go early Heart of Gold just to kind of catch up a little bit because he's far behind. Just some jungling tips. Definitely I would take an early Heart of Gold and I would just sit in the jungle until I'm 6, or absolutely just somehow stumbled upon a free kill. That's my advice for Mike Norman currently. But so far, every lane's behind, but they are catching up. They're farming well. I can tell you right now, Dexter is going to be last hitting like a boss. We can already see that even though he died, he came back in the lane. Still has 10 more creep stats than Ashe. Yeah, and that's definitely what we're going to see. Even on a character like Kog'Maw, who actually has a little bit of a hard time actually last hitting early, because you're balancing that Bio-Arcane Barrage and his normal auto attack, which doesn't have that much range. And typically you'll see a lot of Kog'Maw players actually go in for a Wriggles, sometimes when they get behind early just to help them last hit. And we're not going to see that from Dexter. Dexter's going to be a last hitting boss here. Wallenega actually, getting a little bit of control of mid. How's his Rise last hitting go? 27 versus Ari's 33. That's not too bad. Rise again has one of those stupid auto attack animations that I dislike so much. Oh man, there are all of 2 champions I hate last hitting as. One of them is Rise, which I've actually seen people get really good at last hitting as Rise, so more power to them. The other one's Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks is pretty bad.
I am like, absolutely want no part of last hitting in lane as Fiddlesticks. You're just like, why don't I just go play Dota? Ooh, early Oracle.
Early Oracle, I like that's going to facilitate a lot more ganks actually for Tsatsulow here, and I like this a lot. He's going to do a lot of clearing out. Sanctified's going to have to throw down some more wards though for him to eat, but they do know this is available. Oh my gosh, are we going to see an early dragon? He's warded this out. He's pulled over the support, which won't raise as much suspicion. Will they catch onto this? That is the key, but Rise is rotated in. So that should be a tip-off that something is afoot, and I don't think they're going to do anything about it. And right now, I said, Tsatsulow, he's playing an amazing captain game right now. He's definitely leading his team really, really well. And right now, it looks like a front runner to win this game. Like, anything is possible. Evil Cookie does have Kog'Maw. They do have Shen, these really powerful champions. They can easily flip this around. The next thing you know, who cares about 3 kills? Or whatever, a 4-kill advantage, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
These awesome characters, we're still a great team. We're not that far behind. We're farming excellent. So, everything, still afoot, but just like team coordination-wise right now, definitely giving the edge to Tatsu, and that a lot of times will carry you out.
Yeah, if I'm that cop, I'm like, hey guys, it's cool, we got this. Like, I don't even want people to think about like, oh, we just gave up 4 kills in 5 minutes. Like, might be in 4 minutes, but like, I'm just like, hey guys, take a deep breath. You know what? Hey, our bot lane carry is just getting way more creep stats than the other bot lane carry. Our jungle's catching up. I'm Shin. We got this, yo. So, pretty good job. And actually, GR Freak is doing really well against Rise here. He's got that. They both got blue buff here, but he's full health. He's gonna out here. He's gonna hit level 9 soon. Should be able to farm the creep waves almost in one go. If he's maxing the orb. And
I'm a little concerned that actually Wallenega wasn't able to go back and buy a tier right off the bat, which really, Rise wants to start early, get working very well, and convert that into more damage for himself because he does scale off of mana versus AP.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to get out of the lane until Jax shows up, so he's probably going to sit there without that tier, and he won't be able to build it up too quickly. And he's eating every single one of those orbs. I might want to be thinking about running Jugan left instead of right, but he's what he wants to do is he wants to clear this wave, probably wait for the next siege wave, ult that wave, and then go back and buy tier. He might even go back before then. And it's going to be really hard to gank Ahri now that she's after level 6, because her ult just says, I have a get out of jail free card every 60 or so seconds. I know it's longer than that, but jeez, it feels like, man, every time I try to gank Ahri, I'm just like, jeez, your ult is up again.
The good news is though is they have a pretty heavy lockdown team, so if they're able to stack their CC properly, she won't even have a chance to spear rush, which would be good. Looks like Jack's actually going to cover up here and kill some turrets and stuff like that. Kill some creep minions. Farm a little bit for his buddy RaiseYourWeaponMedia coming in here so he doesn't lose too much CS right here right now. So Dexter and Sanctified, definitely, again, there's that trump card right there. They have, they have the champions and they have that bottom lane's going to be oh so strong, and we're seeing it play out right here. Basically everything that we predicted at the start is basically coming true, which is pretty nice for us. Makes us look good. That's always nice. They're actually warding out. This is kind of a smart ward to actually just make sure that there's nobody camping in that brush, so that they actually get caught out here when Tsatsulow joins this right now. And here we go, Ludus coming out here, and they're probably going to focus back on the Soraka, I believe. And there's the Ashe Arrow onto Soraka. Burst heal probably incoming, but it's not going to be enough. But here comes Shen down from top lane, but it's not going to matter. He's going to be blown up right away. Dexter taking heavy damage here, but Nocturne, Mike Norman coming in from the side, trying to deal some damage, but he's going to be exhausted right away. You have to be careful of that heavy burst from that Fed Jax and that Ashe.
Oh, man. Now, you probably didn't notice this, or you maybe did this, but what you didn't notice was Soraka's silence was like, oh shit, he flashed in, I gotta silence him, he's gonna stun my Kog'Maw. Well, that actually killed him, because by silencing Taric before his stun came off, Taric says, oh, well, I'm just gonna turn around and stun you now, because you're out of position. And it was unfortunate for Sanctified. It wasn't a bad play by no means, it was just kind of unfortunate. I think if he hadn't silenced Taric, Taric's stun would have gone off on Kog'Maw. I think Kog'Maw still would have been safe. And then I think had he not been stunned with the Ashe Arrow and the Taric stun, Soraka would have got out of that.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a possibility. I think all in all, it's a good play by Sanctified there, because what he was doing, like, I just want to make sure that no matter what, my AD survives. Like, I don't know what's going to happen here. They didn't necessarily know that there was kill under turret against RaiseYourWeaponMedia. Tsatsulow trying to avenge his fallen comrade.
Yeah, and that's
but he's
the power
gonna farm
of Ahri.
instead.
That really high mobility and the ability to die. Basically, it's kind of like Vlad, right? Vlad says, I'm gonna go in, pop everything, and just pull out. Ahri says, I'm gonna go in there and pop 2/3 of my ult, kill you, and then get out, because my ult allows me to jump 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. Now, Sanctified might be feeding yet again. Great Ashe Arrow in there. Didn't even see into the brush, and he bursted down again. They are picking on him so much right here, although, he's not worth a lot of gold at this point, since he has been killed quite a few times. So, I mean, they're getting kills there, but, unless you push an objective after, unless they're going to convert that into a dragon, which should be coming up shortly, which I would expect them to do, then they're not really getting the best bang for their buck out of it, but I do expect them to go for a dragon here shortly when it does respawn.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here. They're taking advantage of Ashe. Every time that arrow's on for cooldown, they're looking at a lane that doesn't have a cleanse. They're looking at a lane that doesn't have that many escape mechanisms. They're like, hey, Jax, normally you don't do this. Normally you don't see this. Normally you're a jungler and you just you forget about bot lane. You don't even exist. You try to gank top early. When you realize if you're going up against something that you can't gank, you're like, alright, screw it. I'm going to try and make a play on mid and or dragon control. Well, in this situation, we got 2 stuns in bot lane. 3 if you come, Jax. Let's do it. Let's get in there. I like it. So
get her done.
So the purple team's focusing on kills. Blue team's focusing on just trying to get some farm. The problem is, look at Udir's creep stats just real quickly.
Oh, you mean the other twin, the Matt?
Yeah.
130. He's nearing that 10 per minute mark, which is oh so important. And again, Tsatsulow going in here. They're going to get another dragon, and Sanctified might be giving up another kill here. Infinite slows coming in. Tatsulow's going to try to jump over the wall, but he's not going to be able to. Mike Norman coming in, removing some of that vision, but look at the burst onto Ahri. But now Shen is coming down. He's going to protect Ahri. Ahri's going to be safe in the back. Jarafrig and Tatsulo's going to go up and give up that bonus goal, but in comes Matt. teleporting in, but he's focusing on the Shen. He does not want to do that. Turning around now, Evil Cookie's zoning out everyone in the burst damage, and there's a little bit of a face check there by Ash. Oh! Position, and there's a double kill between Evil Cookie and GR Freak, and now things are looking really good for Evil Cookies.
So yeah, they did get Dragon. Unfortunately, they gave up 3 kills, but if you quite recall, Jax had an Oracle. That's like 4 kills. So, you know,
and the killing spree bonus gold.
Yeah,
he was sitting there with like 4 or 3 kills. Yeah, he was at 4 kills.
Oracles, they're gonna get this turret. I mean, for being down like almost 4K, they're now just down 2K, and they're getting this chance to farm back up. Good plays there. Everybody making plays. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, that was some great coordination there in that team fight. And really, you know, what was kind of unfortunate is I don't know if there was a misclick, you know, he did an attack move, but Dante actually, you know, walked too far in on his opponents. Maybe he got caught by a charm and I didn't catch it, but it definitely looked like he walked in without, you know, just as a misclick, because he was moving. It looked like he was moving at normal speed and kind of face checked a lot of that damage there. Tried to flash out at the end, but didn't quite work out for him. You know, if Ari actually landed a charm on him in the midst of all that killing, then, you know, props to GR Freak right there. He's playing an amazing Ari right now. And